Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The organization that is the governing authority of a political unit. Medicine. A systematic plan for therapy, often including diet. The organization that is the governing authority of a political unit. The matter was referred to higher authorities. The act of governing, exercising authority. He had considerable experience of government. The organization that is the governing authority of a political unit. The government reduced taxes. The study of government of states and other political units. Government, the system or form by which a community or other political unit is governed. Tyrannical government. Medicine, a systematic plan for therapy, often including diet. The form of government of a social organization. A politically organized unit. Shrewd or crafty management of public affairs. We was innocent of stratagems and polity. An arrangement scheme. A plan for seating guests. Scale drawing of a structure. The plans for City Hall were on file. Make or work out a plan for, devise. Plan an attack. Make a design of. Plan out in systematic, often graphic form. Plan the new wing of the museum. A series of steps to be carried out or goals to be accomplished. They drew up a 6-step plan. Have the will and intention to carry out some action. He plans to be in graduate school next year. Make plans for something. He is planning a trip with his family. An integrated course of academic studies. Arrange a program of or for. A system of projects or services intended to meet a public need. An announcement of the events that will occur as part of a theatrical or sporting event. Write a computer program. A radio or television show. Computer science. A sequence of instructions that a computer can interpret and execute. A series of steps to be carried out or goals to be accomplished. A performance, or series of performances, at a public presentation. An integrated course of academic studies. He was admitted to a new program at the university. Arrange a program of or for. Program the 80th birthday party. A system of projects or services intended to meet a public need. He proposed an elaborate program of public works. An announcement of the events that will occur as part of a theatrical or sporting event. You can't tell the players without a program. Write a computer program. A document stating the aims and principles of a political party. They won the election even though they offered no positive program. A radio or television show. Did you see his program last night? Computer science. A sequence of instructions that a computer can interpret and execute. The program required several hundred lines of code. A series of steps to be carried out or goals to be accomplished. A performance, or series of performances, at a public presentation. The program lasted more than 2 hours. A government that subordinates the individual to the state and strictly controls all aspects of life by coercive measures. A political and social system that no longer governs, especially the system that existed in France before the French Revolution. A government that concentrates political power in an authority not responsible to the people. A government that concentrates political power in an authority not responsible to the people. Non-elective government officials. A government that is administered primarily by bureaus that are staffed with non-elective officials. Any organization in which action is obstructed by insistence on unnecessary procedures and red tape. Australian woman tennis player who won many major championships, born in 1947. Seek someone's favor. A room in which a law court sits. Television cameras were admitted in the courtroom. An area wholly or partly surrounded by walls or buildings. The house was built around an inner court. A tribunal that is presided over by a magistrate or by one or more judges who administer justice according to the laws. The sovereign and his advisors who are the governing power of a state. Respectful deference. Pay court to the emperor. A hotel for motorists, provides direct access from rooms to parking area. Make amorous advances towards. John is courting Mary. The family and retinue of a sovereign or prince. An assembly, including one or more judges, to conduct judicial business. A specially marked horizontal area within which a game is played. Players had to reserve a court in advance. Engage in social activities leading to marriage. We were courting for over 10 years. The residence of a sovereign or nobleman. The king will visit the Duke's court. A street of Westminster in London. The British government. A group of diverse companies under common ownership and run as a single organization. The domain ruled by an emperor or empress, the region over which imperial dominion is exercised. A group of countries under a single authority. The British created a great empire. A monarchy with an emperor as head of state. An eating apple that somewhat resembles a Macintosh, used as both an eating and a cooking apple. A government with strong central powers. A temporary government moved to or formed in a foreign land by exiles who hope to rule when their country is liberated. The government of a local area. Government by the military and an army. A large and stately mansion. A large ornate exhibition hall. Official residence of an exalted person, as a sovereign. The governing group of a kingdom. The palace issued an order binding on all subjects. The government of the Roman Catholic Church. The government of the Roman Catholic Church. Administer a pontifical office. Talk in a dogmatic and pompous manner. The new professor always pontificates. A government that is appointed by and whose affairs are directed by an outside authority that may impose hardships on those governed. A government that is appointed by and whose affairs are directed by an outside authority that may impose hardships on those governed. A government that is appointed by and whose affairs are directed by an outside authority that may impose hardships on those governed. The sovereign and his advisors who are the governing power of a state. The family and retinue of a sovereign or prince. Indicate through a symbol, formula, etc. The territory occupied by a nation. A politically organized body of people under a single government. The state has elected a new president. Chemistry. The three traditional states of matter are solids, fixed shape and volume, and liquids, fixed volume and shaped by the container, and gases, filling the container. The solid state of water is called ice. The territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation. His state is in the deep south. Put before. The federal department in the United States that sets and maintains foreign policies. Express in words. State your opinion. A state of depression or agitation. He was in such a state you just couldn't reason with him. The group of people comprising the government of a sovereign state. The state has lowered its income tax. The way something is with respect to its main attributes. The current state of knowledge. The government of a state in the United States. Government by the military and an army. A government that subordinates the individual to the state and strictly controls all aspects of life by coercive measures.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.